Some crimes are hard to believe, but when the person behind them is a child barely old enough to ride a bike alone, the shock runs deeper. Today we are telling the story of an 11-year-old boy who didn't just commit an unthinkable act, he realized too late that it meant his entire life was about to change forever. This is the chilling case of Jordan Brown. It was February 20th, 2009, in the small town of Wampum, Pennsylvania. A cold morning turned into a nightmare. Inside a quiet farmhouse, 26-year-old Kenzie Hauk, who was 8 months pregnant, was found shot in the head while sleeping in her bed. Her 4-year-old daughter discovered her, and panic swept through the family. A double homicide, one of the victims not yet born. At first, suspicion fell on adults. A murder like this, brutal and deliberate, surely had to come from someone with a fully formed sense of violence. But just hours later, police arrested the unlikeliest suspect, Kenzie's son, 11-year-old Jordan Brown. According to investigators, Jordan had a 20-gauge youth hunting shotgun, a gift from his father, and had trained with it. That morning, they claimed, he loaded the gun, walked into Kenzie's room while she was asleep, and pulled the trigger. Then, like nothing happened, he got on the school bus with Kenzie's 2 daughters and went to class. The motive? Prosecutors pointed to jealousy. Kenzie was pregnant. Jordan's life was changing fast. A new stepmother. A new sibling on the way. And according to some accounts, he wasn't handling it well. But the evidence was thin. No blood on his clothes. No gunshot residue. The supposed murder weapon was found, but there was no DNA tying him to the act. And yet, police said the timeline only made sense if Jordan had done it. He was charged with 2 counts of homicide. At 11 years old, Jordan Brown was facing life in prison, and as the weight of that reality settled in through court appearances, interrogations, and locked doors, the boy who had once seemed emotionless began to crack. According to juvenile court staff, Jordan didn't seem to fully understand the consequences at first, but slowly, as weeks turned into months, it hit him. This wasn't temporary. This wasn't a timeout. This was jail. This was possibly forever. He started asking questions. Could he go home soon? What would happen to his dog? When could he see his dad? But there were no easy answers, because whether he pulled the trigger or not, the state had made up its mind. The press had too. An 11-year-old murderer sells headlines. For years, Jordan maintained his innocence, and eventually so did his lawyers. They appealed again and again, and finally, in 2018, after nearly 9 years behind bars, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction. They ruled there simply wasn't enough evidence. Jordan Brown, now 20 years old, walked free. To this day, no one else has been charged with Kenzie Hauk's murder. The case remains unsolved, and Jordan? He's tried to move on, but how do you reclaim your life when you lost it at 11? The story of Jordan Brown forces us to ask difficult questions. Can a child truly understand murder? Can the justice system truly understand a child? And when someone so young is accused of something so dark, how do we ever know for sure? Thanks for watching. If you want more true crime stories that go beyond the headlines, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious.